hoping tomorrow that you can get some more answers. It's pretty bad.
It's just, yeah.
It looks pretty bad.
It's so miserable.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are hanging in there. Peak of the weekend, going to Benson Booth. I want to talk to the kids. I didn't get their full recap of what they thought of the concert. I wanted to share that with you guys. Like, we have the high of the weekend and then we might have like the low of the weekend. Brandon's arm. Just want to jump in here and say hello. We're so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for being with us. I decided to take some time today. Be in the kitchen. I made some chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. Kind of crumbly. They're kind of not the best recipes. So I'm like, meh. I definitely take that one out of the recipe book and never make it again. Just excited to be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up and being here on This Is How We Bingham.
We're looking at 3 concert goers right here. Same room. 4 people are in this room. 3 of them went to the Benson Boone concert.
It was so fun taking these two to like their first like real concert. We've been to other little stuff, but nothing like as big as this.
So I said that in the vlog. I questioned myself as I was saying it. Said I think this is Brexton's first concert. So that was like, I mean, you know, you go to like musical performances or the Christmas version of this.
Pentatonics.
But that was kind of an ultimate fail. Sorry, Pentatonics. We love your music. We
love Pentatonics.
Listen to it all holiday season.
Concert ever.
They went to the concert. I think it was the weekend we moved in. I skipped to make the home reveal video because I'm like, that's going to take me a long time to make. You guys went. I don't know that they would call that a first concert experience. No. Again, Pentatonics, great music.
Love them.
But this, Brexton, let's go to you first, being your first concert of your life.
Well,
how was your first?
Dad,
what?
That was my first concert too, you know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hold on. All this time, just because Brexton's younger, I was thinking, hey, concert going days are beginning. Right, guy? You love music. You're obsessed with music. This was your first concert too? Yeah. How did I not know that? I thought you'd been to something. Do you want to know something kind of funny though? My first concert wasn't until I was in my 20s.
Really?
It was like Brian McKnight, I think. I don't even know if anybody would know who that is. But,
I know who that is.
Yeah, so it was.
That's funny.
It was a fun one. I don't know. I guess I was anybody that I liked enough to go to concert. Hi, Brex.
I loved it.
Brexton's tired, and it makes perfect sense because you guys didn't get done until after midnight. You didn't get home until after midnight. That's the whole reason we haven't really heard anything about it, because these guys got home, got immediately into bed after coming down and showing me their awesome new shirts they got. Oh, we should show those. We should show them new shirts. Yeah. Okay, can I start with Brexton then, just because he's the youngest? I feel really bad, dude. This is your first concert too. Brexy, tell me about your first concert experience ever.
It was so fun. All the lights were like super cool. Singing was super fun.
Can I tell you something that I didn't know about Benson Boone? I didn't know he does like handsprings, like full like gymnastics routines as part of his concert. And what have you been practicing in the backyard every day?
A round off backflip.
Which he literally did in his concert. Like,
I know. He was very good and he did it so like effortlessly.
I'm like, one of these days he's gonna have to bonk. I mean, like, you're just messing with fate, doing flips off the stage. Someday that's gotta have to happen. Speaking of jumping off stage, he ended up jumping off stage and into the crowd at some point.
It was so awesome because he was like so attentive, grabs water, jumps down, he's like, hey, we need medical attention. Like, he was just really on top of it.
Brexton, I think that was a phenomenal first concert experience. What a way to break in. I think you're gonna be like a fan for life now. Bye guys, sorry about that. Not realizing it's your first concert ever. Almost a bigger deal having waited 15 years of life, obsessing over music, sound systems, and then you finally step into an arena for a concert.
It was so sick. It was just like such a cool vibe seeing everyone there wearing all their like homemade Benson Boone shirts and stuff.
Homemade.
They were, so many were like pre-bought. They weren't like the typical ones he was.
You mean like yours where you can see the pattern of the press on? Yeah, got it.
It was cool, just like the vibe, just the crazy loud music. I love loud music.
Kind of teeing you up for that one when I talked about your obsession with sound systems. Ryler actually texted me as soon as it started and said, Dad, the bass in here is insane.
I
can like feel it.
Just been looking at like random subwoofers to put in the car for some reason. I just love it.
You just want to up that sound. You want to amp it, dude. You know, he doesn't sing like hard songs. It's not like a heavy duty thing. He's kind of like a, I don't know, what would you say? Like, is like a little bit of a Justin Timberlake mixed with like rock, like a light rock.
A little bit like rock, yeah.
Like a pop rock, I guess, you know? Hey, pop rocks. I got those in my Get Well bag. Anyway, comes back to candy, guys. It always comes back to candy.
Always comes back to candy.
Okay, great experience. I want to see you guys' shirts. Mom had a unique take, I think, maybe a mother's perspective on this concert going experience.
Yeah, I feel like he has a good message, uplifting music, uplifting songs.
What I thought was kind of cool in just watching it back, the positive message he sent about having good friends.
And wherever you go in life, if you bring good friends with you, your life will be significantly better.
The guy clearly puts family first, set his sister out there on stage and let her take the stage and sing.
Give it up for my little sister Claire.
I don't know, just a lot of positive messages coming out of there, and then stopping the show to make sure a fan was taken care of. And it's his big climax moment, like the final song that everyone knows him for. Instead of going, oh, this is more important, I got to get this song out there because this is what they came for. Stops everything. Everyone just started cheering.
And it was cool. I'm pretty sure he's never gonna forget us because Salt Lake City was the biggest arena, biggest crowd he's ever played in front of.
This is the biggest show I have ever done in my whole life.
He's never gonna forget us, guys.
Yep.
That's right, guys. That's right. And you're never going to forget that concert experience. Guys, go get your shirts. I want to show everybody your authentic Benson Boone concert tour merch. All right, guys, looks like you had an incredible evening full of fun, even a little bit of drama as Benson Boone stops the concert and jumps into the crowd. But let me tell you, you guys did not have a monopoly on dramatics last night at the concert because your dad here went through a little bit of drama himself.
Really?
On the phone with the doctor's office, FaceTiming, taking pictures. Mom was sending me texts, you need to get to the ER immediately.
I did.
All of that next after this advertisement.
Teed up a little bit of drama there, and I'm gonna deliver on that dramatic promise because I was nearly sent to the ER, look at me just moving this arm like a boss, on Friday night when you guys were at the concert, and I was left to fend for myself. No one here to help me, no nurse to tend to me.
Benson was calling.
Well, you answered the right call. Actually, I did feel bad that I wanted Mom to be able to enjoy her night with Brexton trouble-free, and I had a million questions, a billion problems, and I'm going to very quickly tell you the events that transpired, how it all became an exposed arm. We'll get into the rash later. The whole thing started because I've had a little bit of an irritation, a little bit of a rash. I had the ace bandage on it previously, so I couldn't see any of this. I could see, can you tell like where that red line is?
Yeah.
So there's kind of like a red line that starts like right there-ish. Oh my gosh, that itches by the way.
Everyone's concerned with the fact that you have like a full-grown beard.
Yeah, I can't shave with my left hand. Somebody else said that to me and they're like, oh, you going with the beard? And I was like, no, I just can't shave with my left hand. And they're like, why? Because they were thinking automatic razor, but I use a straight, like an actual like razor blade, and I would have cuts all over my face if I tried to, I mean, you saw me try and brush my
I
teeth.
know.
Now imagine that with a razor. That's
Yeah.
why I have not been shaving.
That
So
would be scary.
I peeled this back, looked, and I said, hey, doc, is this normal? It's a little bit itchy, a little bit red, a little bit discolored. And I sent the picture off to them, got a great little text messaging system. This is like on a Friday night. No doctors are in the office at that time. She responded with, what does the incision look like? I'm mostly concerned with the coloring around the incision. And I said, I have no idea what it looks like. I was instructed to leave the ace bandage on until my follow-up appointment. Don't take your arm out of the sling. Don't take it out of the bandage. Don't even move it. She immediately called, which is never a great sign. Like they're texting, everything was fine at a slow cadence. And then all of a sudden an emergency phone call. She said, wait, you haven't taken off the dressing yet? And I said, no. She said, you're supposed to take off the dressing, ace bandage, everything after the third day and then change your dressing every day after that. And I was like, is that in the
Nobody
discharge
told us
papers?
that.
Is that like in like as they're wheeling you out? Should somebody have maybe mentioned that? Somehow that message was not communicated. In fact, the message that was communicated is we thought to leave it in there. So could have created some problems doing that. I have no idea. She said it's important that we open that up and see what the wound looks like. So at that point, phoning in Mindy, letting her know what's going on. Hazy's at my side, helping me out. Hazy's in there with me in the bathroom. We're taking the ace bandage off. I get down to the actual dressing, the gauze, and it's completely stuck. Now, if you're eating, maybe pause, skip ahead, come back after it's digested.
We're gonna see for the first time the incision. Dun, dun, dun. Why isn't there a weird, like there's like a line right across the middle here?
But it was stuck there from all the gooey pus that comes out of cuts. It had been there for a week. So I was concerned if I pull on this, am I going to open up everything that's been done, all the healing that's been done, because it was pretty hard stuck. I sent her another picture. This time there's a little bit more of the area exposed around it. She calls back immediately again and she goes, you need to get that off now. I'm seeing a lot of purple around that. I need to see the incision. I said, okay, I can turn this into a FaceTime. I'm getting a little bit nervous at this point. Sweet Hazy, right by my side, calming me down. Took the thing off, nothing came apart. It's random, but she's like, wait, there's no stitches on there. Turns out they did internal stitches and then glue on the outside. The internal ones dissolved. There was actually just glue on top. Sent her a picture of that and it looked pretty gnarly. She was not totally sure if it was going to be infection or just bruising from all of like the trauma in the area because it is right where the muscle tore, where they were doing the work. They ended up calling in antibiotic just to be safe. If you came in, we would basically look at it, assess it, and then prescribe you this antibiotic. Let's just get you on it anyway. Went and got that filled, started that one. Let's keep an eye on it. Now start changing your dressing. So that's why ace bandage is off. That's why I no longer have to wear it. We don't really know. Mindy's still convinced that it's probably infected just because the color is almost
It's
getting darker and
100%
worse.
infected.
I go in for the appointment on Monday. I figure I'm on the antibiotic, can look at it in person, and then we'll let you guys know what the true diagnosis is if I happen to get infected or not. I also think there's something going on with this crazy rash that I'll tell you guys about when I put the steroid cream on it. But through that conversation, I actually forgot the original reason that I messaged her was about the rash. We got into the infection, into the antibiotic, and then it was a day later. I was like, hey, wait, we never finished that conversation about the rash and it's getting worse. So is there anything that you can give me for that? They do have something that I'm using. It's just not really helping a lot. right, guys, it's time.
What is going on?
Well, like we talked about, got a combination of rashes, hives, burning feelings, potential purple infections. Who knows what's going on?
The only thing he can compare it to is devil's itch.
I've affectionately named it, yes. Yeah. Do you feel like if the devil was gonna itch me, this is how he'd do it? But no. So I'm assuming allergic.
Let's get close here.
It doesn't.
Oh, no, you can see it.
You can see it. It's like every single, like look at my hand, like every single pore and like the skin's just different. So when I like move it, look how bumpy it is everywhere.
Yeah.
So all I can describe it as is like every single pore and hole in my body is got some devilly itch, like some insane fiery itch at all times. And I've been really trying my hardest to not complain. And then even, I think I said this earlier, but even if I do complain, I edit it out of the vlog so that I don't feel bad saying it like in public, because it's like, okay, shut up, dude. Like you had a really successful surgery. Like that was what was supposed to be bad. So wah, your itch and your rash. But now it's kind of evolving into something bigger.
It's like consuming him.
I don't feel like, first of all, I don't feel as bad complaining, but I also feel like I got to do something about it because I was just assuming it was going to go away. I can see clearly now the rain, but I can see that it's not going to go away. None of that, like it seems to be getting worse, even though I'm putting creams on it, I'm taking antibiotics, like all this stuff. So look at this here. Come and get into this section, because even as when I rub over, then you can really see like the color difference between the cream and like where, I mean, every single one of those things. I told Mindy this. I'm constantly fighting so hard to not let the water on the back of my eyes come out. I'm just like, oh, my rash. But like every single individual thing is on fire.
Now he woke up and it's on the other arm.
Oh, I honestly don't know what the camera can see. It goes all the way up. Like it's all the way up.
You can actually see it really good.
So my first thought, and this is sometimes why I love sharing stuff on the internet, because like somebody out there I'm sure is gonna be like, oh my gosh, I had that. At first I was like, oh, it must be like the ace bandage. It must be because it was wrapped in that ace bandage for so long, or maybe like they had said the iodine could have been like an allergic reaction to that. All of that is debunked when it jumped arms. Like it's definitely not related. Like it's definitely just some strange thing going on.
Well, I even just recently washed the sheets, but I didn't use anything different or weird.
There's no way. This is something that's been introduced from surgery.
Your body,
this for sure been introduced from surgery because it's happening on the arm where that happened.
You can even see the line where he
actually, like, oh, I probably shouldn't have covered that up. It's like a distinct darker red.
Here. This is where the iodine went up to on his arm.
Yes, but also where the ace bandage went up to. Hard to know what's what.
True.
That's where the ace bandage ended. Honestly, who knows? And if some of you are wondering, like, well, why don't you go get it looked at? I've actually been on the phone with the doctor on and off like all weekend. On Friday night, like we talked about, Saturday all day. They're calling in prescriptions, creams, and sending pictures. I FaceTime. So it's like, I feel like it's about the same as being seen. I don't know that going in would do anything, but I am anxious to go in on Monday for my first follow-up appointment. That's supposed to be all about the incision. It's supposed to be all about the healing of the muscle. I think it's going to be a lot focused on what the heck is going on with your arm.
Yeah, so they have put him on. First of all, I think that the incision...
Steroids, just kidding.
I think the incision is infected. He's on
it's
an
very
antibiotic
purple. It's
for that.
Hard to know.
He's on a steroid cream for the rash. Hoping tomorrow that you can get some more answers. It's pretty bad.
It's just, yeah, I don't know how bad
it looks pretty bad.
It's so miserable, you guys. It is. And I feel bad because I was telling the kids, I was like, man, my 3 days post-surgery were probably like the most chill, because I was like, man, I don't hurt. This isn't bad. This is totally livable. I can hang out with you guys. I thought I was gonna be laid up for all summer. They're just so full of like positivity. And I feel really bad that a silly rash has like just taken the wind out of my sails.
It's consumed him. He's been sitting in front of a fan. He'll get situated in bed the right way and he's like, okay, I think it feels good right now. Then it lasts for just a few minutes and starts itching again.
And I told the kids, no matter what I do to try to take my mind off of it, it just comes back to this. And it's just made me like, I don't know, like edgy and not fun. I don't know. So anyways, I'm hoping that this will start to work.
Very soon.
So I do this twice a day. That's what we're doing right now. I do this little cream rub twice a day is all. And then I take the antibiotic
3 times a day.
3 or 4 times a day, 3 times a day. We're on, you know, we've been doing it for a couple days and I don't see anything changing at all, but who knows?
No, I feel bad.
Got a sneak peek preview of what is to come going into this week. This is a big one. We've talked about it kind of lightly here and there. Haven't really dove into it a ton, but Mama's speaking at a big, giant women's conference.
You guys, it's big.
And it's exciting. It's just so fun. So she got to give the full presentation to the kids tonight as kind of like a dry run through. They all told her what a great job she did. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. Mom, how did you build those slides? Those are the perfect pictures. So getting a lot of compliments from here in the house. I'm sure you're going to get many, many more. Excited to see that.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us, giving you a full update on Brandon. Hopefully we know more as he goes to the doctor.
Find out more. Yeah.
Yes, we appreciate you. We love you. See you all tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Ooh, careful.